Oh god, Shopper came back once again. Shot out of Hajime per round 14:26. It should be correct. I came out earlier today, and approximate time is around 6 o'clock. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a late night, so close to midnight. Higher than tomorrow. Just might just end up going to the military, who knows? But come off the last chapter. We got the conclusion of the Takamura Sendo spar. We have Sendo throwing out a monster smash that was set up perfectly, but even perfected. Now the Prince of all counters will be helping out Sendo to improve this anti-Ricardo, anti-Diablo weapon he's working on. As Takamura is simulating an apparent slump, or he's down. Now I hinted towards last episode there could be something more to this, but I don't know, I personally feel like it was more than just a Dr. Noguchi rejection thing, but who knows? Who knows? Get right at this. This pair is running around the country cleaning up after the king of mischief. And we see the coach and the coach and Yagi outside coming back to the gym. The door slides open, and everybody's like Itagaki, Kimura, Ippo, Aoki, Tehe, Kitaru, and Shinobu. They're like, welcome back. Good to have you back. Round 14:26. The champion's feelings. God was like, Takamura! Takamura! Where are you, Takamura? Where are you? Everybody's shocked. Ippo shocked. Itagaki, Kimura shocked. Oh, look at the detailed lines. I'm telling you, that pen work from George is amazing. Ippo's like, he hasn't come by yet. Kogama's like, that oversized garbage. He's a shame on his gym. What the hell is he laundering about? Ippo says he really seemed Ippo says he really seemed worked up, and Yagi's like he had to go all the way to Osaka and Dogza an apology. Wow, jeez. Well, Takamura, you really have done it this time. You have done it this time. And Ippo's like, Dogza. We got it outside. We go to the gym. Miyata-kun said he told him he was going to head to the Highlands, but we've been getting reports from him all over, up in the Kitatami Highlands. He's been kicking wild boars, and over there in Abukuma, over in Abukuma Highlands, he's been knocking out monkeys. My goodness! But both of those are domestic. Itagaki's like, remember he went to Nakota-san's. It's like there's no telling where that guy might pipe up, where that guy would pop up. And he was like, anyway, wherever he is, he seems to be causing sources. He's caused wherever he ends up. It seems he causing some sort of damage. Yagi's like, his match is so close, but he's not taking weight control seriously. I wonder how his condition is. Aoki's like, if he comes back now, we even had time to chain. Itagaki says it'll be one hell of a lightning storm if he does. It might be better from the weight till the heat dies down a bit. And the veins get even worse from Kuwagama. And he's like, it's been 3 days. Aoki's like, he hasn't cooled off yet. Well, Aoki, you gotta go all the way to Osaka from Tokyo and perform a Dogza? Then, you can see why he'd still be deeply upset. At least it's Itagaki. It seemed like he got even more fired up. And Itagaki's like, well, the sparring partners have arrived from overseas and all. And Aoki's like, but the man himself is nowhere to be seen. I don't know, it's very, this has got to be the first time. Like, this is the first time Takamura has had black sparring partners. Like, cause everybody else, yeah, this is the first time. One is bald, one looks like Ali, the other one got that Mike Elliott face. And then Ippo turns around, we hear, my punch is dynamite, boom, 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 boom. And Aoki's like, that voice. Talking more about shit. No matter who put out your lights. No matter who I put out your lights. I don't know. Takamura's never been a songwriter. And the coach comes in and nearly takes Takamura's hand right off his shoulders. And Takamura's like, whoa, what the fuck are you doing? Kogama's like, are you gonna cause trouble everywhere you go? Have you seen the news? The reports say that the architectural destruction by boars and deer is way down. Takamura, like, you should be thanking me. And the coach like, ugh. And Kogawa's like, did you manage to stay in shape? Blam! Boom! Pow! Oh my goodness! It's an execution! The boxers didn't even stand a chance for the Great Takamura. The Great Takamura! Look, he nearly knocked this man's head clean off his shoulders like he's a rock'em sock'em robot. Like he's a rock'em sock'em robot. This is spectacular. Takamura's like, any complaints? Wait, he just went, well, them plaid shorts are... It's an interesting look for Takamura. Kogame's like, yeah. Yagi's like, so strong. Aoki's like, it pissed me off. Kimura's like, it looks somehow or another he pulled it off. Itagaki's like, we have to put on, we have to put on good as a show at the undercards. And it switches over to the actual fight. And we get the announcer saying Itagaki, well, winner Itagaki. And Itagaki says to himself, damn, another decision. And we switch over to the next one, a draw. Shinoda's like, you lost so much steam in the second half. Kimura is halfway dead. And Ippo's like, I rethink your weight control menu. Really? After you went through life and death, and now he's back bald again. And Fuji's like, and next, the flyweight world title preliminary match ended in a draw. Not very large before a semifinal. The arena's cold. Oh yeah, Fuji's like, arena's so it's cold now. Mari's like, it'll be tall order for the main event. And the crowd is like, finally, he's coming. The WBC World Superweight Middleweight Champion Takamura Maru enters the ring. Or 3 belts out by the WBC. I wonder if George sponsored by the WBC. Then again, the belt is historic, but hey, I don't know if there's a copyright on it. And we see Yagi, the coach, Shinoda, Ippo, somebody else. And yeah, I don't know who that unknown person is. Could be, I don't think it's Aoki, is it? And it's like, someone says, he's here. How many belts does he have? What a flashy entrance. And Fuji's like, what a diva. Just his walk-up's enough to hype everybody up. Then Mario's like, what? And the crowd's like, what? Huh? What the hell? What the hell is that? And the crowd is upset. Don't you fuck with us, dumbass. We don't need your shitty jokes. We came to watch a boxing fight, damn it. And he's dressed up like a fish. I believe this is another dick reference. Takamura's little brother's like, knee saying it's a hit. And the sister says, except I'm hearing boring. And the big brother says the boring still mean they're fans. And Kogame's like, your opponent must be seen after seeing you make a fool of him like this. I can't say I'm feeling any different. If you show us a garbage match, I won't forgive you. Takamura is, yeah. And he one punched the guy, uppercuts him to the moon. Amazing artwork. And the announcer says an explosive uppercut. The challenger never even got close. There's a certainly overwhelming strength of a man at the apex. Shinoda and Yagi clasp both hands. They say a 3-round KO. He did it. The coach is upset. I believe this is Kimura. That's really is what supremacy is like. After a exploit like that, you can't even argue with it. The amount of talent he got is just too different. It's something that I'll never be able to taste. I wonder what it feels like. And Itagaki looks at him. And Itagaki like, well, let's celebrate our general victory. And Kimura's like, yeah. Fuji's like so strong. Mari's like, he forced him down with a raw power and slice and silence any doubts. And there's more world title matches after this in 2 months and 3 months. Sendo and Miyata. And at the Miyata household, we see Kumi and Miyata, and Kumi's like, don't sit so close to the TV like that. It's bad for your eyes. And Miyata sees Takamura in the fist costume, and he thinks to himself, how does that feel? No, you don't have to tell me. I'll taste it soon enough. And at the Sendo household, Sendo's like, he did it! Takamura's son did it! And Sendo's grandma's like, yeah, I don't know who that is. Yeah, I guess you never did inform Granny. And Sendo's like, it must feel great being a world champion, you know? And then grandma's like, no idea. And Sendo's like, I'll taste it soon. And then the wind, and then we get to see Miyata. And people say, eh? And Miyata's like, I'm afraid to say it, but Sendo probably can't win. The number one generation speaks the truth. Break next week. As you could probably tell, how my tone and interest in the chapter quickly changed and started to fade and wither away. Because, well, what's wrong with Takamura? Nobody knows. Why did he choose to dress like a fish? Because apparently he's still wearing his little brother's sportswear. And I'd rather that they are so dumb and stupid they cannot tell that people hate Takamura in the way he looks. Or they're doing this on purpose, in which I speculate that's what they're doing. Because I honestly don't believe they give a damn. I just don't. Honestly, I don't see why Takamura keep contacting these people if every single time he walks out, he's going to be turned into a joke. Like, it's not funny. It's not entertaining. Like this stuff isn't funny. And by his own family, no less. But hey, they're booing. And the brother's like, well, that means they're fans. There's no way that's stupid. No way that's stupid. They're not dumb. Especially after the whole rugby incident. I guess when Takamura beat them up to a bloody mess, I guess they were just fans, huh? I guess they just enjoyed it, huh? Really? And then it's another mess fight. Really? Some more garbage. We get no insight on his thoughts. Just we get one panel. That's it. And then Kimura, he's going bald again against a nobody. It was a great looking panel with artwork saying Takamura uppercut that food to the moon. But what's the point of him going around slugging? Like, even because of Yamaguchi, how come it didn't happen any other time? Is the thirst is just too much for him now? It's just whatever happened to him supposed to be the quote unquote ladies man. He can't date anybody else in the meantime. Trying to improve his quote unquote charisma. He can't go to that free agency that Shinobu visits with those special girls of the night. And then Kimura says, like what I said, people start to say, oh, you don't gotta say that. It's a fact. Kimura never reached those heights, but he says it. And Itagaki is like, hey, let's just cheer, let's just be excited for our victories. Kimura got a draw. That's nothing to be excited about. And the dragonfish roll didn't do anything? Maybe Shinobu, like, what is Shinobu doing with him? No, scratch that. What is Ippo doing with him? What is this? The exact same thing? What is happening right now? I'm glad it's going on break. Because I need a fucking break. And then to end it off, me supposed watching the fight on which, why? Like maybe this fight was just somebody who was a real deal from America, and then we see him get destroyed. And maybe he was just get to see the term hype job. Or maybe he wasn't all they cracked out to be. Maybe Takamura started to think the Americans are soft. Well, at least the ones he's going against in this division. No. And even then, Takamura played off with some respect, but it's just, are we ever going to go to the Tokyo Dome? Are we ever going to go to Las Vegas? Is that ever going to happen? Would Takamura ever become undisputed in a weight class? Who cares if he gets one belt? Become undisputed. Submit your legacy. How could no one ever try to challenge Takamura and say he's ducking or he's running? Because he gets one belt and he leaves. What type of champion is that? And then when's the last time he defended the junior middleweight title? Who are the sanctioning bodies on which, fun fact, every time Takamura go out with them belts, he has to pay people in the sanctioning bodies to use those belts. Well, for a championship fight. So he's paying these people for what? For a luxury item? Just to have it? But he's supposed to conquer 6 weight classes? What did he conquer? He fought Brian Hawk and that was it. One person. He wasn't a super champion. He wasn't the best in the division. He was just one champion. One. And what, he moved up to middleweight and then what, he fought like David Eagle, the Golden Eagle, and he fought Richard Bison. What about everybody else? Were they the 2 top guys in the division? And everybody else was just, there were just guys there that might be a challenge, might not be. And he just moves up to super middleweight. In which, what is Keith Dragon? Because Keith Dragon wasn't much of a challenge. So it's just, What's the point? And then we get to the cream of the top. Misha was just like, I'm gonna know what that feels like. And I knew as soon as they did that, and as soon as Sendo said that, I knew before I saw Miyata out there, I knew it was gonna be that one of them was not gonna become champion. I'm gonna have to admit, I'm gonna say it right now. Like, call it delusion, call it fanboy, or call it whatever. If Sendo loses the fight in some type of contradictory BS way, I am done. I cannot take it no more. Cause I'm tired of having these garbage fights. I'm tired of the story not going. I'm tired of all this nonsense. And somebody say, what is Misha lose? It's Misha lose in some type of convoluted, stupid way. I'm done. I'm tired of the games. I'm tired of wasting time. I'm tired of, well, maybe he might come back, he might not. This is like, what is this? This is what I signed up for. Then Miyata like, well, you know, Sendo probably can't win. Don't say that. Don't say that. I don't need this whole, well, maybe Sendo can do it, or no, you can't. Can we get this before the fight started? Can we just have Miyata and Ippo having a conversation, and we don't know hear what they're talking about, and then we get to the fight, and then, you know, I don't know, Ippo, like I told you before, I don't think Sendo can do it. And then we get a flashback. What do you mean? No matter how you look at it, Ricardo is just too much. And not including the fact that Wally could only bring him up to 50, maybe 40%. You think Sendo can bring it home after the way he fought Gonzalez? Against Ricardo, who punches harder, who punches sharper, his punches more reformed? He's an animal. You think Sendo can go against that? If Sendo goes down like a warrior, if Sendo gets beaten into retirement, and it's one of the most reasonable, most tactical, it's just like Sendo, he just don't got any answers to it. Ricardo's just too much. If that happens, I can accept that. I can accept that Sendo tried. It'll be just like with Wally. Besides from this time, the fight gonna have to be good through and through, not just, well, you know, it gets boring. And it's good through and through. If Sendo goes down, and that's the end of his career, I can accept that. I can accept that, hey, all the hype behind Sendo and all that is just, well, you know, Ricardo was just too much. He was just too much. That 100% Ricardo where he gets to fight where he wants to, and he had the ambition, the raw talent, the will. It's just too much for Sendo. I would be able to accept that. I would be content that Sendo, he was able to bring out 100% Ricardo, and he just could not take it. I can accept that. But I have a feeling, but this is not what it's going to be. This is going to be some BS shenanigans. Even I prefer them not even to say it. I prefer to just see Sendo goes down. He was like, no, he was so close. No! Someone, people are standing up for attention. Sendo, he was so close, but he couldn't do it. But then, let's say Sendo loses. Then what? Like, where does the story go? Because if Sendo goes down and then, well, you know, Ippo, now he want to get into the ring. For what? For what reason? Now he want to fight Ricardo? What's the point? Especially if Sendo just going there with no type of techniques. He don't use any smash or super smash. He just don't do anything. Like, what's the point? The fight is ruined. The fight is butchered. There's no point anymore. I'll even accept. But then again, it'll make more, like, why can't Ippo be back? And then I hyped up this whole, you know, we get a chance to see Ippo versus Sendo. Never happens. He gets chopped down Ricardo, and it's Ricardo versus Ippo for Undisputed. Not happening. I swear, if Sendo goes down and that's what triggers Ippo to get back into the ring, it's just like really? Really? That's it? That's the best you can come up with. well, Wally couldn't do it, Ricardo couldn't do it, Wally couldn't do it, Sendo couldn't do it, AJ Dante couldn't do it, but Ippo, after getting inspired from this fight, now you can, like, really? That's what we're gonna, no, I'm gonna have to admit, that's gonna be one of the things I could not accept. Sendo losing, that's whatever. That's whatever, especially depending on what he does it, the extra dimensions to Ricardo, how he's punching in between Sendo's punches, how he's just tearing them up. He's a different type of animal. He's a more prehistoric beast than Sendo, something greater than a saber-toothed tiger. He's a short-nosed bear, and there's no escape. I can accept that, but Sendo loses and that triggers Ippo to return. That's bullshit. If Miyata loses and that triggers Sendo to return, that's BS and shenanigans. No one's trying to see that garbage. And not including how the fact that you've been flip-flopping back and forth, doing this and that with Miyata, and it's a quote-unquote goals. And then, well, I put Kumi in your hands, and then in your dreams. Like, what is this? What am I even reading this for? What am I getting out of this? Because it's not entertainment. I'm not following up on my favorite characters. That's not happening. So what's the point? Takamura, a joke. Itagaki Kimura, just content with doing nothing. What is he doing? Absolutely nothing. Is Aoki ever going to fight Shinobu? Apparently not. So, besides, without Sendo, like that's the thing with Sendo. If Sendo goes down, that's whatever. Miyata goes down, then what's the point? And then when I become world champion, then people will see us in a different light. What's the point? Because even if he wins or loses, he's not going to accept Kumi and Ippo being together. So why did he defend Sendo for trying to hit on his sister? He could have just said, hey, no, nobody's going out with my sister. No, he tried to say, his sister's interested in somebody else. Why? Why did he do that? Like, are you serious? This is what I got. Takamura going on a rampage just because. Can we get some more insight on his failed dating attempts in between time before Yamaguchi showed up? You get that? Because one moment, the guys are going out. We used to bring girls up here all the time. Next moment, you could get a girlfriend. Reasonable. Kimura does nothing, and Takamura does nothing until Yamaguchi, in which that's like chapters upon chapters later. So it's just, I will at least get Teihen Kataru's pro debut test, since they don't got no job, or which arguably they can get a job working with Ippo. Don't Ippo need some help? For Itagaki to work it there? Just, they can use the extra hands. Why not? They got nothing else to do, they don't got no job, they're not going to school. Why not? In which it really does put into question that whole Ippo second thing. Because one moment Kimura is just like, he's bringing it back, and then the next moment he's halfway dead, bleeding and dying. What happened? Can we finally get a talk between Kimura and Aoki of why he's staying in his weight class? Just why? Or at least if you're going to do that, just get some better management eventually? Or maybe he do it and discover it by himself. Maybe he actually gonna meet a girl, but like something gotta happen. Like, we can't keep doing this. We're absolutely nothing like just wasting time and fights going by, just trash. I hope this part of the series never get anime. They've already butchered Sembukuro on the anime. You might as well cut all this stuff out and just shorten it to there's a 1 season gap and he's back. Ridiculous. Like ridiculous. Because somebody gonna lose. Because if Misha will win, then where does the story go? Sendo goes down. I swear if that triggered Ippo to return, I cannot accept. I just can't. Can't. I just can't, because the perfect time would have been Alfredo Gonzalez, Sendo, 2 people coming, but back to back Ippo used to fight. Sendo wins. And it's just like, even when he came back from watching the Wall, no, it was the Alfredo Gonzalez fight where he said, I got something from Mexico. What did he get? Nobody ever knows. Nobody knows. Nobody. So what was the point? Like, this story is going nowhere. This is a waste of time. Get all hyped up with the side from Miyata. We're only going to be here for, he said like 5 days. Apparently 5 days just went by a flash. And then it's just that. I don't think he can win. Well, Miyata, if he cannot win with number one, you should have known this was a doomed plan in the first place. Because the only thing Sendo got for Ricardo is just, well, you know, I'm going to feint out the smash. The fight was already over. So what do you mean he can't stand a chance? You should have noticed that when his only game plan was that. So what are you talking about? And then why come to Ippo with this problem? What is Ippo going to do? What is he going to do with this? Why didn't he go to Takamura and talk about it? And one of the same person he was informing about it? Why not talk to him about it? Why not him? Why not Sendo's coach? And actually sit down and say, hey, I don't know how to tell you this, man, but you know, I don't think Sendo's going to make it. What is Ippo going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? What is he going to do? At least you can fly out Vort for a sparring partner. He ain't doing nothing. And he was a decent enough versus Wally. Versus Ricardo. I don't like the chapter. I really don't like this chapter. I really don't. It's like, it's just one thing back to back that I thought, yeah, it could be alright. No, it doesn't end right. It just doesn't. Is it really bringing the question? Sendo goes down, Mishiba, whatever. Then what now? And now what Ippo gonna come back and what, 200 chapters later he fight Ricardo? He not fighting Ricardo in no one fight. Unless you're gonna pull off a Rocky Balboa. We're gonna pull off a Creed 3, that's what we're gonna do? Is that, even this gonna still be dumb. It's still gonna be stupid. So what? People were already saying that Sendo stood no chance. I was arguing with a guy like 3-4 years ago saying that, well, you know, he's going to get past Alfredo Gonzalez, but he's not going to get past Ricardo Martinez. And a lot of people don't believe Sendo's going to beat him. So what does this do? What does this add to the story? How does this improve anything? How does this flesh anything out? Now, some might say, well, you just got to wait 2 weeks. I don't got 2 weeks to wait. So when the chapter shows up, it's not. But it's... I don't know, there were a few times where I questioned why I cover this series, but this shit right here, this is without a doubt, it's one of the realest ones where it's just like, what the fuck am I doing here? Why I'm still reading this stuff, man? Why? Cause you can't get nothing out of it. You can't get no type of improvement. You can't get anything out of it. And it, like, you can hear time and time again, it's not it's always about the execution. Like he's dragging execution against Wally and Ricardo, the execution. Against Amai and Hoshi, the execution. Misha versus Garcia, the execution. Every single time, Vor versus that no name. Every time I've had a problem, I constantly keep on saying the execution and how it's being shown, and it's garbage. Coach Karagami's still looking sick. 3 days later, Takamura shows up. And he's somehow in perfect condition. Amazing shape. One-shot a guy. Fantastic. Great. When? Before we can see Takamura dress up like an idiot again. Yay! I thought he learned his lessons from his family members making fun of him. But apparently not. Can we get that? Can the next few chapters be Takamura dealing with his own personal family life? Will Takamura ever get a chance to see his own daddy on screen? Or his own mother? What are his mother thoughts about this? Is his mother still alive? Is Takamura considering, at his age and his career and what he's accomplished, what he say is enough? Is it enough? What about how the brother never did follow up on the Takamura turning down the option to go back to the Takamura family? Did he not ever show up? Sure, he did declare that he already found his family, but you would expect the big brother and father, well, like, you know, why you haven't been around? Why you haven't said anything? Why you haven't seen nobody? Supposed to be our own blood. We give you an opportunity to come back and you just treat us like garbage. What happened? Nope, none of that. There's no Aoki versus Shinobu because reasons. There's no this and that, no this and that. And it's just like, how many years I gotta sit here and hope and pray? And maybe it might happen, maybe it not. What the hell am I doing this for? Oh, for what? For just another. It's unacceptable. I can't keep doing this, man. I just can't. Will I cover something else? I don't know. Maybe when Boruto returns. I don't know. But even then, that's months' time. That's just time I just don't have. So I don't know, man. I do wish you guys the best in all your life endeavors. Uh, this, and that's been my thoughts. If you guys like the video, like, comment, subscribe, and peace.